If you are from Kuwait and you are a regular traveler, this video is going to tell you and help you solve a lot of your telecom worries, because we are going to talk to somebody who is an renowned telecom official, and he's going to help us with a lot of mobile solutions, which is going to come handy if you're traveling in and around Kuwait and not from Kuwait. Thank you, and we move on to the interview video. थोड़ा long है, but please जाके देखिए. It's going to help you a lot. I promise.
आफ्टरनून, गुड मॉर्निंग, डिपेंड करता है आप कितने बजे देख रहे हो. सो आज मेरे पास एक अजीब सा एक टोटका है that is going to help you save perhaps thousands of rupees when you go ahead and travel next to a lot of Middle East countries, including Kuwait to begin with. And the way it works is that I have my friend Prakash. Prakash heads he's a PLN leadership head, and he is the head of international roaming business for Ooredoo. Have I pronounced it correct, Prashant?
Yeah.
Thankfully, at third attempt. So, so we keep on talking. We have known each other for ages, and I thought here this is perhaps one of the best time to discuss, because हम और आप बहुत सारे travel plan करते हैं, especially if you are from Kuwait and you are a traveler by nature. Going ahead and jumping around, getting your passport out, getting your details out, and then putting an unknown SIM into your phone, that might not be the best of options today. And who better than Prakash to tell us if I am a regular traveler, be it a business or a leisure traveler, what is Ooredoo doing today, which can help us to create a seamless process. Second, it doesn't burn your pocket, because end of the day, that also something which you and I have to keep in mind. And third is that what are the flexibilities that one would have अगर हम Ooredoo का सिम अगर या फिर ये particular roaming services अगर explain अपने phone में डालते हैं तो.
So, like Partha said, both of us have known each other for years, and we talk on a lot of topics, travel being one of them. So one of the things that we've at Ooredoo, for us, travel is something that we believe that our consumers need to be completely stress-free when they travel. And for which what we have done is that हम लोग अपने जो products बनाते हैं वो products बनाते हैं customer को बीच में रख के, rather than the products to be in the middle. Example I'll give you that we know that there are a lot of consumers who just want to backpack and use local Wi-Fi wherever they travel. So they don't want to buy a SIM, or they don't want to have a connection simply because they want to go on a budget. उन customers के लिए, for example, what we've done is we've given them a product which has only incoming in it, and that product is as cheap as it costs for a customer to stay connected when in Kuwait. तो अगर कुवैत में आपका बेसिक पैकेज जो है
as customer pocket friendly as having a local SIM in Kuwait, forget मैं travel करता भी नहीं हूँ, but मेरे पास ये SIM है, that gives me the freedom to go and travel anywhere. My incoming keeps on coming, doesn't matter.
Correct.
With the girlfriend and wife and everybody.
Exactly. So so one of the reasons why we did that is we believe that today, in today's world especially, anxiety is very high. Because things are unpredictable. COVID आता है जाता है. Fortunately, touch wood, अभी तक तो कुछ है नहीं, but there can be anxiety which comes in. And at that time of anxiety, for you to keep getting incoming calls and you having to think कि ये phone लूं ना लूं, मतलब काट लूं, WhatsApp से call करूं, उसके लिए Wi-Fi ढूंढूं, there are a lot of these things, right? So if I can simplify that journey and tell you कि भाई ये pack लो and keep receiving calls, बेझिझक होके call ले लो.
So if I may ask,
it's around 5 KD, which is nothing but $15, and 5 KD is typically what it costs to stay connected in Kuwait if you have a prepaid basic plan.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the cheapest that there is in Kuwait to stay connected. So we believe that by allowing the same kind of product in the roaming journey as well, and to give a customer incoming only, which is what we believe is for him to stay connected. So therefore, that's the entry level product. At the same time, it will cut to the super luxury, so to speak. Yeah, we do know consumers, say for example, उनको they want to sit and so a lot of things what we've realized is one, when families travel together they'd like to share internet because typically roaming में हर आदमी को एक connection नहीं दे सकते हैं. तो typically family क्या करता है कि एक ही the husband or the breadwinner, keeping in times the breadwinner could be a lady as well, would be the one who would take the roaming pack and everybody else will share from there.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so we
Makes
offer
no
this.
logical sense also, no? Because हर
Exactly.
कोई एक सिम लेके क्यों घूमेगा यार? Not required.
Exactly. Exactly. Because typically end of the day आपको Google Maps पे रहना है and you want to just know the directions and the places that they are and you want to
If you're
take
stuck,
photographs
you have
and
to
share
make
that.
few calls. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And you need to take photographs and share it on
Right.
Snapchat or Instagram or whatever that is.
Right.
So that product has 1 TB of data in terms of quota. So that you will never, ever
1 TB
run out
for
of
a period
internet
of 1 month.
for 1 month. Yes. Yeah. So
Even when
you
I'm
have one. Yes, even when you're roaming.
you
Yes.
serious?
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm serious.
How
So
can I move to
and
Kuwait?
yeah, so that's around $100,
Yeah.
which comes at around $100 and 1 TB of data, and it also gives you 120 minutes per leg, which means 120 minutes of incoming, 120 minutes of local calls, 120 minutes of outgoing calls within the country, and 120 minutes calling anywhere in the world. So close to 400 minutes a day, it will give you as an allowance to use. So you are never unconnected. Basically, the entire travel community you're traveling with can actually use that connection, and you will still not have to pay for it. Right. So that's meant for people who are traveling slightly longer durations and start traveling to one particular country, and for them to be able to use roaming as they are would do at home. So they might be able to watch
But there are
TV.
a lot of people who does that. I have my friend based out of Kuwait only. So what they
Yeah.
say today is that thankfully, one of the very few things जो COVID ने फायदा किया is that people and organization have understood के office में बैठ के ही काम नहीं होता है. You can go out
Correct.
and work also.
When typically customers travel only to one country and would like to stay in one country.
Okay.
Now we also realize that there are some customers that travel 2-3 countries. So for example, typically when you travel Europe or when you travel GCC, you typically want to do 3-4 countries. You don't want to just see one country, right? तो हाँ, हम लोग ने क्या किया है, हमें पता है कि customers typically will have different validities. So somebody will travel for 7 days, somebody will travel for 15 days, somebody will travel for 30 days. So we've created validity options there. Same concept. There is voice, there is internet. Here, however, there is no 1 TB, but there's smaller portions of the thing.
Okay.
But we've also come out with one nuance now.
You can give us the data range as in somebody taking a multi.
So for a week,
15 days.
Yeah. So for a week, we give 7 GB, and for a month, we give 30 GB. Okay. So that's for the whole world, some 70-80 odd countries. Okay. Now we've also realized that people do travel across a region. So for example, they do travel across GCC or they do travel across EU. So the same 1 TB concept we have brought into regional. Okay, which is at around, but it's around $180. Okay. Again, it's the money is not the question there. It's about being completely hassle-free, being completely free of any worries in terms of bill shocks and things like that. And in all these products, there are a couple of things that we try and do. We have at least one more operator as a backup, so that you're not without connectivity, because we realize not the entire world has geography as a challenge, right? Like if you look at Europe, you look at Switzerland specifically, one particular operator cannot cover the entire Switzerland. So you'll have multiple operators there.
You also offer in-flight connectivity also?
Yes. I was just coming to that. I was just coming to that. So one more thing. So what we've seen is there are a couple of anxiety travel points, right? Anxiety travel points are when the family gets anxious about people when they're traveling. A large part of that anxiety. Exactly. A large part of the anxiety comes during in-flight when customers are flying, right? Now, why I add to that is if you look at today, most airlines allow you to actually give you a flight aware link, flight radar link, and say track your family on the flight, right? So if an airline company itself understands that that can be a stressful time,
Hmm.
we as operators have to, do our part as well.
Hmm.
So, which is why we offer in-flight connectivity in all our roaming bundles. Customers don't have to pay in addition. It's a part of the bundle. And yes, however, it obviously means that it's not 4G and 5G
Oh,
speed.
that's okay.
It's
You at least
basic
remain
2G.
connected. Your basic
Yeah,
WhatsApp and everything works.
yes, it's basic connectivity to say
I
कि
also
boss
get a
flight
WhatsApp
चालू.
call using that while I'm on the flight. मैं कर सकता हूँ?
On standard conditions, yes, but depending on the load, it could be difficult.
Probably. Acha.
Yeah,
So
correct. So
yeah, these
the
are all savings. What you're giving actually, if you really
Yes.
ask.
So the insight on this, Partha, you said it right. We did realize that a lot of companies actually ask customers to pay extra for either in-flight connectivity or roaming bundle in-flight. We realized that that's actually a pain because no consumer is going to remember all this, right? And definitely not waiting at the lounge. His priority is not कि ये मेरा roaming bundle flight पे चलेगा कि नहीं. You know, we want to get rid of all those pain points so the consumer journey and the consumer life is so much better. He has other things to worry and other things to spend time on and not have to worry about telecom,
और अदर
right? So
एंजॉय
we
बिकॉज वो घूमने
Yeah,
जाए
exactly,
वो
correct,
एंजॉय
exactly,
करे वरना कि
correct,
हाँ क्या हुआ क्या नहीं हुआ
correct. Because what we also studied is that if you look at a customer's typical travel time, what he does before he travels is वो passport करेगा, उसका visa करेगा, उनका मतलब होटल बुकिंग करेंगे, लोकल ट्रैवल का अरेंजमेंट्स
आज की
करेंगे.
डेट में तो मल्टीपल कोविड टेस्ट कराओ पहुंच के कोविड टेस्ट
Exactly.
कराओ ये कराओ
Correct,
वो
correct,
कराओ
correct, correct, correct. So he's got some 50 things that he's worrying about.
करेक्ट
उसमें if I make him tell him कि बॉस मेरे पास 60 रोमिंग पैक्स है, आपको एक रोमिंग पैक एयरपोर्ट में लेना है, उसके बाद जब आप प्लेन में बैठोगे उस पे सेकंड रोमिंग पैक लेना है, फिर जब आप उतरोगे बैग्स आने के पहले आपको थर्ड लेना है. कस्टमर के पास उतना मतलब दिमाग नहीं है, वो प्रोडक्ट मैनेजर थोड़ी है, वो तो अपना खुद का जिंदगी जी रहा है.
पागल हो जाएगा
So all that simplification is something that we need to take care of, and which is why we spend inordinate amounts of time to figure out these pain points and remove that from his mind, so that at least when he comes back, he's he's refreshed throughout the trip without having to worry about one more bogey called telecom.
and the range of price is conveniently priced from
Yes, yes. So
$15 you said 5 kg
yes,
almost $15
yes,
roughly
yes,
15
yes.
to perhaps $100 that's a range
Perhaps $180.
$180 चलो मैं उतना
Yeah.
तक तो मैं बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ बट मोस्ट ऑफ द स्पेक्ट्रम जो हमारे ट्रैवलर्स होंगे बिटवीन $5 to $100 के बीच में they will
Yes.
actually have their family of 2 3 4 all connected also using
Correct. Exactly.
because आप
Exactly.
ईदरिंग अलाउ करते हो शायद on certain
Yes, we allowed, yeah, on all our plans, we allowed tethering.
okay
Because like I said that customer जब travel करेंगे, we expect them to share internet
okay
and therefore we do allow tethering.
and
And the
ये
other thing,
लेना ये पर्टिकुलर सर्विस लेना मतलब मेरे को सारा महीना कनेक्टेड रहना पड़ेगा जुड़े रहना पड़ेगा या फिर जस्ट बिफोर द ट्रैवल आई कैन कॉल एंड गेट इट डन
yeah, so there are two options. As an existing Ooredoo customer, आप Ooredoo app पे आ सकते हो. And from the Ooredoo app, you can take any of the products that you want. They will activate it themselves in like 5 seconds or 10 seconds. If you have if you have credit limit, it will get activated. If you don't have a credit limit, it will ask you to add to bill or pay on credit card, which you can do on the app. You can also send an SMS and activate it just in case you're slightly more comfortable on SMS. There are different keywords for most of our bundles, which are very intuitive, which you can do. That's for my existing Ooredoo customers. We also understand and believe that some customers might not be comfortable using Ooredoo in Kuwait for whatever the reason, but they might want to try us on roaming.
yeah
Because on roaming, everybody is equal, right? Because I am anyway using some other network.
correct
I'm not, that same network can be used by existing competition in Kuwait. So
Right.
we have the facility of the customers buying roaming SIMs as well. Customers can buy two of our hero propositions. One is the single country proposition that I spoke to you about, and one is the global passport, which I told you about, which is 30 KD for a month.
right
Currently, we are only giving the monthly options. That's simply to keep it simple for the customer.
Right.
But once they are on board and once they have an Ooredoo connection, then they can buy whatever they want as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
नहीं, वो
And
उतना
in all of,
support होना भी चाहिए,
yeah,
right? So
yes, yeah,
that's what you need also.
yeah.
Sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah. So in all of this, one more journey that we did look at is people today we realize are buying routers when they travel. So they don't want voice; they just want a router, which they use for Google Maps, and the kids used to use Netflix and sit and watch TV. Or typically younger kids love to play games and be on YouTube when they're driving. When we're especially on road trips, इसलिए what we've launched is a router roaming SIM as well.
Okay.
Where instead of where I said we give
A physical
voice, yeah, it's every physical SIM, eSIM, all of that is just way we deliver.
Okay.
But this router SIM gives you internet capacity instead of the voice capacity that I was talking to you for the families.
Right.
Now this router SIM can be put into a router and you can use it anywhere you travel.
Okay.
So that's another thing. Typically क्या होता है कि जब router SIMs are typically given in foreign locations when the customers land, आपका होटल ने आपको एक राउटर दे देता है, उसके अंदर एक सिम दे देता है और बोलता है यूज करना है तो यूज कर लो. Now, if we believe that, do you want to use an unknown router, unknown SIM, you don't know what all is getting in the back.
करते हैं, Facebook upload
Exactly.
photographs हैं.
Exactly. So do you want to do that, or would you rather you use your existing Ooredoo connection or an Ooredoo connection to do it? Because you will spend much more of your time in Kuwait than in the country that you're traveling to. So it makes much more sense for you to buy a local SIM from Kuwait, which you will have a greater chance of using when you get back than buying a SIM in a foreign country. So in that sense, we've launched this option as well. I'm sorry, I missed telling you this before.
No, that's okay. I understand.
I thought it's relevant now. So, therefore, like I said, our stated objective or stated mission is to be able to connect customers when they travel and to make their lives convenient, safe, and for them to be able to spend their time traveling rather than being product managers for us. So that's our objective, and which is why we said we tried to remove all the different pain points that are associated with travel and tried and make it into one simple product which cuts across. Not only does it cut across geography, it cuts across demographics, and it also cuts across all the different red tape that there might be in the journey today.
Question is that there are a lot of viewers who from the GC countries who travel to this part. हमारे व्यूअर्स के लिए कोई डिस्काउंट वगैरह मिलेगा? अभी मत बताना, डिस्क्रिप्शन में डाल दूंगा, लेकिन हम बता देना.
Sure.
मिल जाएगा ना? Great. चलो, अच्छा है.
Okay.
Because some offers should be coming, right? So that's that.
नहीं, so let me put it this way, Partha. हम लोग उतना डिस्काउंट में इंटरेस्ट नहीं लेते हैं क्योंकि why I will say it. We do have products at all price ranges. Right? We spend more time on looking at the used case about the customer pain points that we can solve. Okay? So in that is where our time goes, and in that is where our energy goes.
Chalo,
okay.
Okay. Anyway,
thank you so much.
And thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Because we really wanted our customers just not to talk about visa and everything, because this part is something which we all tend to miss, but this is a very important part. Hope to see you in India, you and your business soon. Very soon.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
Thank you.
Take care.
And
God bless. Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe. Bye-bye.